Hi everyone, it's Adam Meister here at BaltimoreHourly.com, and I'm going to talk about what's going on in Baltimore. It is Thursday, April the 30th, 2015, and the curfew is still in effect. People are not working at night. Businesses are losing money. It's ridiculous. Of course, if you cross the line into Baltimore County, you'll notice the fast food joints are a little bit busier than they usually are, and just Baltimore County is getting some of this business. Some people just aren't spending their money. So I wanted to talk about city schools today and the example that the students showed the world of their behavior. I know not all city school students behave like animals, but the throwing of the bricks, the looting of the stores, you saw a lot of young people participating in these activities. And some of them were actually still wearing their khakis that you're supposed to wear at Baltimore City schools, part of the uniform. And, you know, Carl Stokes and a lot of people are, trying to talk about words we use to describe looters, thugs, or whatever. And while everyone's worrying about words and things that really don't mean anything, parents around the region are just like, I would never send my kids to school with those kids. I mean, you can make up all the excuses in the world that you want to, what happened, why it happened, who provoked who. But in the end of the day, most parents don't want to send their kids to school in an insane asylum where they can have bricks thrown at them, where they're violent students, violent people, and they will do anything to make sure their kids do not attend a Baltimore City public school, or many other public schools are pretty bad too. It's not just Baltimore City, but there's plenty of Baltimore County ones where kids act like complete maniacs. And again, if it's only 3% or 2% or 1%, you don't want your kid to be around anyone like that. One kid in the class, you don't want to be around a potential looter. I mean, come on. So parents do not send their kids to schools where they're going to have to, there's even a chance of this. So since people rely on public schools, and people should not rely on public schools, they're just daycare centers. People need to get over the, so it's only going to be the wealthy who live in Baltimore City, who choose to live in Baltimore City, who have children. They can send their kid to Friends and Gilman, where kids don't behave like that. And they don't behave like that, okay? I attended Friends. I know people who go to Gilman, Bryn Mawr, whatever. It's unheard of. What was seen on TV is just, you would be expelled immediately. I digress. Wealthy people can live in Baltimore City. They'll hire people to guard their houses. They'll send their kids to Friends and Gilman, and that's it. So, in the end of the day, parts of Baltimore would become emptier and emptier, and there'll be more and more poor people in certain areas, but other areas will get better for people who can afford it, who make it their own little private enclave or whatever. So this looting, in the end of the day, if the protesters think they're creating a communist revolution or whatever, maybe some of them think that that's the way it's going to end up. For parts of Baltimore are just going to become more and more elite. And I don't, whatever. If it happens, it happens. I'm just here for the ride, baby. This is up. Every individual makes a choice. You can raise your children properly. You can tell them that looting is bad. You can make sure they're home by a certain. What you saw on TV, people driving up to Mondawmin and looting it like fools when their license plates are getting caught. These are the parents of the children. There weren't too many students rolling up in their minivans looting Mondawmin. Okay? So it starts with the parents. This is what it boils down to. On the Baltimore Sun, it says Baltimore's worried about its image. That it's, there's like a lawless image all of a sudden. But that image was there before. I mean, had the 12 O'Clock Boys, that's a movie about the guys that ride around on their bikes all over Baltimore City, their motorbikes, their illegal motorbikes. It was glorified by the Baltimore Sun and other media outlets. You know, they can glorify, and because most of them don't have to live around that crap. So now they're like, well, why do people think we're lawless? It's unfair that the media is portraying us as lawless. It's not unfair. It's not unfair. You know, the bikes, that's a mini riot upon itself. So what happened with the looting and everything? It's not very surprising to me, because you can go a Sunday morning, a Sunday afternoon in Druid Hill Park, or going the wrong way on North Avenue. You'll see these kids on motorbikes. Some of the same kids did the looting, in fact. Again, their parents never, they don't care what their kids do. So again, none of this is a shock. The motorbikes, illegal dirt bikes, whatever you want to call them, just a symptom of the overall problem of people not taking responsibility for themselves. And just think about that the next time. Everything will calm down eventually. And think about it when you see the kids driving the wrong way on North Avenue. People will do what they can get away with, and they can get away with it because their parents let them get away with it. People are going to say, "Well, the cops should stop." The cop, don't rely on the cops. Don't rely on the government. Rely on yourself. Rely on your family. What happened to the family here? And people try to make it out as like some religious Christians. You're a Republican. First of all, I'm not a Christian. I'm a Jew. And I'm telling you that because there are no more families, hardly any more families, this is what it deteriorates into. Wild bikes driving the wrong way on North Avenue, and eventually looting and brick throwing at schools and all that stuff. I'm seeing if there's anything left here. No, that's it. Check out BaltimoreHourly.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye.